Hello everybody, it's Brian here. Today I'm taking part in a thread, a long overdue response to a thread started by Richard from Richard's Vinyl Tap House. You may remember that he was once Richard S, but he's rebranded. A really great channel that I quite like. So I'm going to take part in this. It's called Bring the Heat. It is your chance to show records or songs or albums or bands that relate to all things hot, burning, melting, all that kind of stuff. Because at the time this thread came out, there was a heat wave affecting lots of parts of North America, including us. We were up to, I think with the Humidex, 39 degrees Celsius, which is insane. It was super hot. The temperature is moderated a bit. It's quite a bit cooler today, but still I'm taking part in this because I wanted to at the time and it was difficult for me, but let's get going. So the first track I thought of when thinking of that was a track called Long Hot Summer by the Style Council. However, I noticed that Dave at Infidelity mentioned that track, so I'm going to skip it. By the way, there may be other tracks here that some other person has mentioned, but I haven't seen all these. I have all the responses, but I decided to choose a different Long Hot Summer, and that is from the Tom Robinson Band. This is Power in the Darkness from 1978, and you may be able to see there's a track called Long Hot Summer. That's a Tom Robinson written track, not the Style Council. I think that came out before the Style Council, so hey. It has a bonus LP featuring these excellent tracks, 2468 Motorway, which may be the first track of his I heard, I'm not sure, and then Glad to Be Gay, that anthem that he wrote. Really great record. It's fabulous. You ever see this? It's usually quite inexpensive, and it's definitely worth having if you're interested in this kind of music. Really excellent. Then I guess I was really thinking about writing down tracks that occurred to me early on, and one of them was Heatwave. You know, there's that Dozier Holland track, Heatwave, that many people have covered, including the Jam. So I pulled up my Canadian pressing of Setting Suns, only to remember that it's not on here. It is on the original UK pressing, but Heatwave is not here. So throw that aside, and momentarily I was going to choose The who also cover that track. But then I thought, let's go in a different direction. So I picked this record, Beeswax, from XTC, some B-sides from 1977 to 1982. And on here, there is a track called Heatwave, which is a XTC track, not the cover version that I was just mentioning, but the XTC original. Of course, this came out in a bundle with A-sides, the singles. You can often find them separated, or I'm not sure if they were released separated, but this was a free addition to the original collection of Beeswax with the singles. Okay, that was convoluted. Another track I thought of really early on was from Billy Idol, How Could You Not Think of Hot in the City? And of course, this is the original pressing. In Canada, we got two versions of this. This is the original with Billy looking decidedly not punk at all. This was later reissued with a different cover in which he's dressed in leather. Not only that, they changed some tracks. So they added Dancing With Myself, which is not on this edition. And of course, third track on side A after White Wedding is Hot in the City. Cool video on that one too. This came out in 1982. So that's pretty cool. Next track is from The Power Station, 33 1/3. Of course, this is the band that includes some members of Duran Duran with Robert Palmer. And then they split ways. They parted ways after this record because my memory is that they wanted to tour, but Robert Palmer was like, how can you tour with there's only one record? And they changed singers, I think. I think that's how the story goes. But anyway, Some Like It Hot, which was a big hit off this record. Side A, so that's pretty cool. So, next, my absolutely favorite, without any question, Peter Gabriel track from his third record, sometimes called Security. And it starts off with a track called Rhythm of the Heat. What a fantastic song. He used to open concerts with that, I think. It's very atmospheric. It kind of builds. There's this incredible drumming. Some of it might be programmed, I think. Really interesting use of drums there. Fantastic record. And that song has always been my favorite Peter Gabriel track. Now, another track that I guess occurred to me quite early on is from The Cure. This is Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, the double record from 1987. And of course, there's a track called Hot, Hot, Hot on here, which is actually at the bottom here. Turn it upside down, you might be able to see it. Hot, Hot, Hot. Great song. Maybe not the best song on this record, but yeah, it's good. Right, moving on to some more goth sounding music from The Mission, from their Children record from 1988. There's a track on here called Heat, which you'll probably not be able to see, but it's the second last track called Heat. There's the inner sleeve on that. I didn't show you any labels, did I? Maybe one. So The Mission. Now, from Tool, Opiate, I guess, which is their debut from 1992. This is really kind of like an EP. There's only 6 tracks on here. But the first track is a sweaty one called Sweat. Sort of sets it does have a lot of sweaty kind of lyrics in there. So that's on that side, actually. But anyway. Okay, and I think the only, unless I'm forgetting something, the only Canadian artist in this bunch, I chose Red Rider from 1979, their debut record called Don't Fight It. And as much as I liked Red Rider, especially a couple of their big singles, I never liked solo Tom Cochrane. I don't know why that is. I find Life is a Highway it's an earworm. I just can't stand it. But this is pretty good. And the lead-off track on side 2 is White Hot, which you probably know, which has some interesting lyrics about being hot, I need rain, that kind of thing. There's the band. And finally, a song that's really, I guess, warmer than hotter, but I thought I would include it because it's a fun track and it always makes me want to go to California. From the Ramones, Leave Home from 1970. This is 1977, right? Oh my God, I totally forgot. There's a song called California Sun. So they sing about the warm California sun, but it's such a happy, fun song near the 4th last track that I had to include it, even though it's not hot. No one's melting, but it's warm. And, that's a boring inner sleeve, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. That's it for today. Remember to check out Richard's channel, and I'll see you in the next video.